It's all about celebrity today on The Express, from media to music to fashion designers and, of course, Vancouver's most famous Halloween event. On today's show,
it was my turn to air grievances. You will stretch the truth and admit it to these two people sitting in front of us.
the wedding bells.
Who's more of a drama queen?
Always one to wow an audience, Bridger incorporated contemporary dance into her presentation.
West Coast style and eco fashion.
Oh my gosh, it's so soothing.
I call this my personal workout circuit.
The Good Life with Fred Lee.
Cheers!
Andrew Kim of Delhi to Dublin.
And I thought it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever heard.
See that and more local expression. Welcome to The Express, only on Shaw TV. I'm Johanna Ward at the Stanley Park Halloween Ghost Train. This year the theme is Circus of Disaster. And that's not the only thing that's new. We'll tell you more about that a little bit later. Up first, it's our Good Life series, where we're learning the secrets of success from Vancouver's own Fred Lee.
The Good Life. It's not all champagne and caviar.
Johanna Ward has your insider's look at the influential.
And we're learning their secrets to the good life.
We love the nightlife. We love to party. But it takes a certain stamina to keep command of a city's social scene. Take Van Hatten's man about town, Fred Lee. He writes social columns for the Courier and the National Post. And gallivants, or sometimes gallavents, for CBC's Radio 1.
You know, I'm out and about 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, pretty much.
I don't know if I've ever seen you out during the day before.
No pictures, please. I'm not a vampire.
Fred Lee really is amazing. He seems to have a boundless supply of energy.
Just how does the dashing dynamo fuel his always fabulous fire?
Who needs Tommy Europe or Richard Simmons when you've got the Fred Lee workout?
That's right. Steve Nash, watch out.
The first stop to energize these bunnies.
Oh, that looks delicious.
A breakfast of champions. Or in the case of the late-to-rise Fred Lee, a brunch of champions.
I've actually never been here before. What's good?
Besides the lavender latte, mimosas, of course. Cafe Medina is the great start to a day. Cheers. It's one of my favorite hangouts. It's got great food, eclectic space, eclectic dishes.
Fred, as per usual, the Santé. Perhaps venture out next time, try something different.
Do you get this every time?
I do. It's the perfect start to a fabulous day. All right.
The food at Cafe Medina is delicious. Maybe the only surprise is that Fred Lee didn't order the whole bottle of champagne.
Stomachs fed, joints lightly lubricated. It's now time for Fred Lee's sport of choice.
Work with me, boys. Here we go.
What? Fred Lee curls? He even plays in a league.
It's true, and it's not the hair that I curl. It is actually on the ice.
Yeah, hurry, hard, that's it.
He's fantastic. I mean, he's a hard guy to keep up with on the ice, to be honest.
I'm really feeling those mimosas now.
There you go. Come on, hurry, Johanna, hurry. Yes. Did I win?
No, The Rock wins.
Okay, I'm loving the hot pink brooms, but where's my bow tie?
You know, it's all about looking good.
Yeah, I've never seen a curler in jeans before.
It's urban curling.
An even bigger surprise for Johanna than Fred Lee is an avid curler.
Come on, harder than that.
His personal trainer.
I'm a big believer in having a personal regimen. And yes, I have a personal trainer.
Looks like someone's been missing their workouts.
What? I've been really good.
Yes, Fred Lee has a personal trainer for his skin. He goes to SCO at the skin gym.
Oh my gosh, it's so soothing.
I call this my personal workout circuit.
It's facial choreography. I love it. We get mimosas here too.
Mimosas, please, two.
And with that, a focus on diet, exercise and skin-trition. Van Hatten's star social butterfly is ready to take on any tinsel town.
Believe it or not, it's not just all fun and games. It is work.
Fred Lee's also very involved in the arts community. He MCs all the hottest events around town, and he's the resident theater reviewer for Urban Rush. I think I'd like to be a Halloween events reviewer. I sure do love this time of year, especially here at the Stanley Park Halloween Ghost Train, and we have more on that a little later, after a look at the music scene with videographer Tim Chung and Delhi to Dublin's electric sitar player.
It just totally blew me away. Like, I had no idea what the instrument was, and I thought it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever heard.
Growing up playing violin and guitar, Andrew Kim never thought he'd one day make a living playing this exotic instrument, but the dreamy music that came from the sitar just spoke to him.
It's like a meditation-inducing sound, almost like a mantra to me. It just, it sort of puts my head into a different headspace. It's got 6 strings on top, which are sort of the main strings you play with. And then underneath it has a row of strings down here that you hardly ever actually touch, but it just resonates on its own as you're playing.
Over the past decade, Andrew's been studying sitar extensively, even traveling to India to learn from sitar masters. And as he grew as a player, it became obvious this mild-mannered Korean Canadian has a deep connection to Indian rhythms.
I've received a lot of acceptance from the Indian community. Every time I've played, I've gotten a lot of appreciation from them.
Many of them are fans of his band, Delhi to Dublin, a fusion of East, West, and everything in between. It's given Andrew the opportunity to explore all sorts of sounds, including this modified violin that's been outfitted with an African thumb piano called a kalimba. He also built this Moroccan-style guitar out of a wooden oar, of all things.
You just throw it together and it usually works.
Because Andrew's mantra is that music is universal, and the more he embraced its diversity, the more he grew as a person.
I think it's made me a much more interesting person. And it's become almost a vehicle for my life that's brought me into some very interesting life journeys and adventures that I never foresaw happening.
And for those who think this is all just hippie garbage, Andrew can still play a pretty cool version of Spider-Man. I'm Tim Chung in Burnaby for The Express.
Delhi to Dublin incorporates the fiddle, the sitar, as you saw, table drums, and electronic instruments. And you can go to their website, Delhi2Dublin, that's the letter 2.com, to find out where they're on tour right now. You're watching The Express, and coming up, we have West Coast style, the wedding bells, and these stories. After the break,
it's the stitching that kept us all together.
The 25th anniversary of the Coquitlam Needle Arts Guild.
So we're very pleased with Matthias's checkup today. He looks terrific.
The Hogler family and BC Children's Hospital.
Stand up straight and tall.
You're watching local TV on The Express.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by...
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.